What's your name?
Right now. Right now.
Right now?
Right now.
I'm Chip.
What's your name?
Chip.
Chip. Where are you from?
Romania, but I live here. Where are you from?
Right here.
Oh, you're
Rotterdam.
from Rotterdam.
Officially, yeah.
Okay. Love it. Right now? Right now? Was it?
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
R-E-I-N-O-U-T.
Right now. Oh,
Right
interesting
now,
name. It kind of sounds like right now, but it's
Right?
right
Kind
now.
of a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh, we
yeah.
are here right now, so.
Yeah. So I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the animals.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about animals?
Great. Yeah.
Do you think they should have rights?
Depends.
Like, do you think they should have the right to not be treated like property or like an object?
It's hard to say.
Hard to say.
That's
Why
hard
is
to
it?
say. I don't know. I used to be a biologist. I'm a med student now, so I'm going to be a doctor. And I don't know. Like, do animals truly have as much consciousness as we do? That's like a very hard question. So
Not all
I don't think we
humans.
should own
I don't know.
anything.
How do you measure consciousness?
I've asked myself that question a lot. I don't know.
I don't think there's a measurement. It's just an on-off switch. Are you sentient or not? Do you have a subjective experience of the world or not? It's as easy as that, right?
So you would argue that some people that are even human wouldn't have consciousness, or you?
No, they have. All humans have subjective experiences of the world, unless maybe they're in a vegetative state. But then that's a different.
I see
thing,
what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, but if they have a subjective experience of the world, I would say that they deserve moral consideration, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So should that apply to animals also, since they also have a subjective experience of the world?
That's a good one. I think so, yeah, but I think at the same time, the fact that we, for example, if you look at the meat industry, it's horrible, and the quality of life should go up. But at the end of the day, we're also humans in the sense that we want our meat.
We don't need it, do we?
That's a very difficult question to ask, especially because
Is it?
I'm in medical
So
school.
you should know that we don't need it.
It depends on what you're trying to achieve. Because
Do you think you can be healthy on a plant-based diet?
no,
No?
no,
You know, we have evidence against what you're saying.
I know.
We have empirical evidence against that.
I know.
And the largest organizations of nutritionists and dietitians on the planet say the same thing, that we can be healthy on a plant-based diet.
Yeah, I know.
So what makes you say that we cannot be healthy?
Because I've definitely noticed a difference in quality of doctors, and I sincerely
You've noticed the difference in quality of doctors?
quality of
What does
doctors.
that
Well, every
mean?
doctor's like different,
Yeah.
So some doctors are like more open. Some doctors didn't study as well as others. That sort of stuff. And I'm not saying your studies are like wrong or any sort, but I like to take every single study in a grain of salt. And I know that every research can have its bias, and every research can.
These are researches done by animal agriculture.
By what?
Animal agriculture.
Well, I'm sure it's like done by animal agriculture.
Because
I'm
they
not
try
saying-
to prove that you need it, and they always
Oh, that they
end up
fail?
showing that they
That
don't,
is-
that you don't.
It is
Yeah.
funny. I know.
It's funny, yeah.
I'm the kind of guy that goes everything in moderation. So I would say like,
Should
You can
women
eat
have
less.
rights in moderation?
Huh?
Should women have rights in moderation?
what do you mean by that?
The same as animals should have rights in moderation, huh?
Well, women are human, and animals aren't necessarily human. So
Who
I'm
cares?
coming from a human.
Who cares
perspective.
about the species? We already established that moral consideration should be given to both, given that they both have a subjective experience of the world.
I'm not exactly following here. Sorry.
So what exactly makes a human worthy of deserving moral consideration?
The fact that they can talk back. That's a really.
So if
I'm
a
being
human can't
completely
talk
honest.
back, if a human can't talk back, maybe they're intellectually challenged, maybe they can't talk, or they're mute and intellectually challenged. Then it would be okay to then they don't deserve moral consideration.
I wouldn't say no right away, but I
You would say no right away.
I wouldn't say no right away, but I would.
Part of you
consider-
thinks that they don't deserve moral considerations because they're intellectually challenged.
No,
and
I'm
mute.
just open to the idea.
Of them not having not
I'm-
having moral
I'm
consideration.
just not shutting any ideas down, right, as you say. Like, I want to look at it from an objective point, but that would take like 15 minutes.
There's
of
no
truth.
such thing as objective point in this. Is either you believe they deserve moral consideration or not. This is a subjective thing. It's your
I guess
values.
they don't then,
They don't.
from my
So
perspective.
you think intellectually challenged human beings don't deserve moral consideration, man? Are you an eugenist? Eugenist? Sounds like you
wouldn't
are.
say so, but
But those values are of a
we did
eugenist.
experiments like that. And I'm more of a utilist, yeah. But
So you think we should be exploiting and killing humans also based on intelligence?
I'm not saying killing, but like the
Well,
affordable
if they don't
abortion,
have moral consideration, killing them means nothing then.
I guess it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're okay with, or agnostic to the idea of killing humans who are not as intelligent as most humans. But
No,
cannot
no, no.
express
I'm just
themselves.
thinking that in that part, it's almost like putting someone out of their suffering in some form of way. I think it is. Not well, cognitively impaired. If you look at the clinical diagnosis, I would say
Cognitively impaired does not mean they're suffering.
I have very different opinions on that.
But
I'm sorry.
how can you have these opinions? I mean, you understand what suffering is, right?
Yeah.
There's processes in your brain that show up that you're suffering.
Mhm.
Being cognitively impaired does not mean you're suffering. Do you think a child is suffering? Because children, somebody at the age of 2 or 3 has the same cognitive abilities as an animal.
Yeah.
So do you think they're
Well,
suffering?
Again, the cognitive abilities of a 3-year-old. What are those? Like, do you know what those are?
Well, limited vocabulary. I don't know exactly
2 to 3
specifically.
words. You know, about 200 words on average. That sort of stuff.
Yeah, so limited vocabulary. They know when they want to eat. They know when they want to read. They don't really understand somebody else's emotions. They're trying to understand their own. You know, this kind of stuff. I can't make a complete list of it, but I know that there's several places where they say animals have the same cognitive abilities of a 2 or 3-year-old.
Mhm.
So if this person remains as the same with the same cognitive abilities, they no longer develop from that age onward. You're in favor of killing them?
Well, you're making it out in a very specific way, but I know I don't really have a reason to defend it, but yeah.
You say yes, you're in favor of killing them?
Well, not outright killing them, but if you look at the medical diagnosis, they oftentimes do die at a younger age, which is horrible, by the way. But
Why is it horrible? You don't seem to think they deserve moral consideration.
No, I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying, well, any death is a sad death, of course. But they usually don't have a long life. That's what I'm.
Depends on the condition. There are people who live a long life and are intellectually challenged. They live at least until the age of 30 or something.
Mhm.
So, the
I think there's a bit of a language barrier here, but
what do you mean?
well, my English is not that great. So,
But do you think that should we be farming intellectually challenged humans?
farming. I think it'd be great if the government would incentivize more. Yes.
More farming of humans?
Not farming of humans. I'm saying if there were more political changes in order to boost those numbers. Yeah.
To boost the farming of humans?
Not
What
the farming
numbers?
of humans. I'm saying in a literal world perspective. So you have families right now that are having less and less children. If you were to economically, by for example, giving them tax breaks, if you were able to boost those numbers that way. That's
Oh,
what
you
I'm
mean
saying.
to boost natality?
Yes, natality.
Ah, okay, that's what you mean. Okay, sure. But I'm asking, should we be farming humans as in, should we be bringing them into existence and control what they do with their life, with their body and kill? And when they die, or kill them?
Sorry, one more time?
Should we be bringing intellectually challenged human beings into existence,
Mm-hmm.
using them, and then killing them when we can no longer use them?
No.
No. So why should we do this to animals then?
Again, animals are like a whole different species to me. So
But humans are animals also, right?
humans are animals. More
So what's
so
the difference between a human being?
philosophical difference? I would say.
Yeah, what's the
So-
philosophical difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in treatment?
They look different. That's a huge part. Their morphology is just completely
Just
different.
about how they look like.
Yeah, well, if you look at the brain, humans are wired. All life is perception, right?
Yeah, but if you look at the brain of a person who is neurodivergent,
Yeah.
all the processes may be different than a person who is neurotypical.
Yeah.
That does not mean that because they're different, somehow they have less of a value, right? Or they should be killed or farmed or whatever. So what is the difference that justifies the difference between humans and animals then? Because they're just different. And then an intellectually challenged human being has the same cognitive abilities of an animal.
I think we're building a society here, and I think that's the difference. At some point, you kind of have to make a sacrifice in order to grow animals.
You don't. Actually, it's worse for our society. It's worse for the individuals. It's worse for the planet, and it's worse for the animals. It's actually not good for anybody. The only people who benefit from it are the big corporations who make a fuck ton of money out of it.
That's very true. Yeah.
But you, as a medical student, should know that saturated fat is not actually healthy. It is correlated with high ApoB, which does lead to heart disease. I already know that.
Yeah, but again, the increase in protein content also increases general health.
You can get
If you buy
protein
that-
from plant-based products.
Yeah, but it's not the same protein. And even
What's the
BCAAs, you have branched chain amino acids.
Yeah, well, you have BCAAs and all essential
Yeah,
amino
but
acids
not in
are
the same
all
volume.
plants.
Like if you have isoleucine and leucine content, that's very low.
Soy is almost it's a complete protein. What
Yeah,
more do
but
you
it
need?
has esogenic compounds, estrogenic compounds.
It
And those
has-
compounds
It
increase.
has phytoestrogen compounds, and we have empirical evidence showing that phytoestrogens do not affect free-flowing testosterone or estrogen in the body.
You would say that, but there's actually been more research done recently.
No. We actually looked it. I looked it up recently. Show me. Pull up your phone and show me the evidence.
I'm not going to look up stuff right now, but we're literally learning this as of right now. It's the
No,
same
we're
with, for example, birth control getting.
And you don't have to eat
Just
soy.
injured.
There's other sources to get plant-based protein.
Yeah, but
including
I
all
wouldn't
BCAAs.
do the entire thing out of just plant-based because even our
not?
medical books say it's better for pregnant women to eat all sorts of chicken. That's
We actually have evidence that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet during pregnancy also.
oh shit, it's not that we're being taught. So
It's a pity that you're not being taught empirical. So do you not question these values that you're being taught?
I question them all the time.
Yeah.
but,
So why don't you look for empirical evidence that goes against what you're being taught?
Well, first of all, we
Isn't
just
that
got a
quite a
shit ton of
critical
material. Like
Yeah.
I'm studying 60 hours a week already.
Okay, but
So it's
okay, let me put it
incredibly
this way
hard.
then, because I don't want to criticize you in this position. I understand maybe you do have a lot to learn, but why would you form an opinion about something that is antithetical to somebody else's rights when you don't have all the required information?
Well, again, you're considering animals
Someone,
to
yeah.
be human in that sense.
No,
I
I'm
just don't
not
agree.
going to say human. Obviously, animals are not human. Humans are animals, but not human. Animals are not humans, but they are
Yeah.
somebody. They are someone. They're not a something. They're not an object. They're an individual.
Mhm.
So they're someone. So I would still okay. Let's put it this way: if it were cats and dogs, would you consider their rights?
That's a good question. Like for butcher, I would be against it, but
So you're against the idea of farming cats and dogs for meat?
for meat purposes, yeah,
Why?
because they have a specific purpose in human life.
Who gave them that purpose?
Humans?
How is that fair?
It's not, but I don't really care that it's fair. It's
So
like
you don't
it's
care
like
about-
a symbiosis, the same way that other animals have adapted to that in terms
So
of.
you don't care about fairness in general, or about justice?
I care
being
about
a fair,
justice,
just
but
person?
fairness not so much. No,
But fairness and justice are they're the same.
they're pretty close.
Two,
Yeah.
two sides of the same coin, aren't they? So do you think you should be a fair or a just person?
I don't think life needs to be fair. It's
I'm not asking life to be fair. Obviously, there will be the universe is random. Random shit will happen to you that may seem unfair. But do you think you, as an individual, when you're making choices, you should try to make the fair choices?
no.
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 No. Why not?
I don't know. I grew up pretty terribly. I had to fight for the position that I'm in right now. Like in comparison to people getting to medicine.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
You liked the fact that you grew up terribly.
Yes.
So why do you call it terribly then? You should call it you grew up nicely.
No, because you can arguably say that the experience that I had was quite terrible. For example, I have a deaf
So then you
mom.
didn't like it.
I didn't like it, but I saw the meaning in it. And
I
because
understand what
seen-
you're saying.
Yeah.
So you didn't like it, but you saw the meaning in it.
Yeah.
But that does not like hardship is the one way to grow, and I get you there. But that does not mean you have to create hardship, right? It just means that hardship comes to you and you deal with it. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you have to create hardship. It means that you have to try to mitigate hardship as much as possible. Like if you had to choose a universe where that hardship did not happen and you would be in the same place, would you not rather have that?
No.
You would rather not be in the same place but with none of your hardship happen to you?
Sorry, I just wouldn't want to be in the one with hardship because I feel like hardship creates hard men.
Creates what?
Hard men. And
Okay.
hard men can create better times. in that
Okay.
sense.
But yet again, when I say you should be fair, I'm not asking if you should create hardship for others in the sake of opportunities to grow. I'm asking you, should you create hardship for others in the sake of them becoming hard, them having issues? Because not only are animals exploited and slaughtered for you, but the workers who work in these slaughterhouses suffer from PTSD and all sorts of issues. So there's human rights issues also in that regards. There's animal rights issues. There's environmental issues. Does your what exactly would you need to be to stop supporting this stuff? It's obviously bad for everybody. So what exactly do you need to hear to stop supporting it?
I would never stop supporting it.
You'll never stop supporting it. Do you think that is that an open-minded view?
No,
It's not.
it's not.
No. So why not be open-minded about it?
Like me too much.
Just like me too much.
Yeah. It's an unfortunate reality. Yeah.
But what exactly do you think? Because are your values saying that pleasure or taste pleasure or your liking of something justifies injustice?
I don't think it's injustice. That's the thing.
You don't think it's unjust to bring somebody into existence only to kill them?
Somebody, yes. Animals, no.
Well, animals are somebody. We've already established that. They have a subjective
I think you
experience of
established
the world.
Okay. I
What
would
makes
not agree
somebody
with
a
that
somebody?
statement, then. What?
What makes somebody a somebody?
Human.
So if I'm not of the
Free from
species
before
human, if I'm not of the species human, am I still somebody?
No.
No, so I don't deserve. Then you would be okay with somebody killing me.
Again, for producing meat, kind of. But I would
Optional
want
meat.
it to be as humanly as possible and with the
Why?
least amount of suffering.
That just sounds like you wanna somehow feel better about your choice. But why do you care? At the end of the day, you take away their whole existence for a 10-minute meal, simply because for a small taste difference. Because you can get excellent plant-based meats nowadays that taste so similar.
I just
that-
can't do it. I can't do plant-based. I'll never will.
I mean, I understand you never will. I understand you're close-minded to the idea. I just can't understand why.
I just like meat. I like the fact that it makes me stronger. I gained 20 kilograms over the last 3 years.
How do you gain kilograms?
Energy in and out. I already know what
There you
that
go.
means.
There you go. So do you
I know
think you could have gotten that on a plant-based diet also?
Would have been a lot harder.
Why?
A lot more volume, a lot
more
more, and just a lot more junk as well. They put a lot more junk into the plant-based stuff, especially since
Do
it's
they?
building
Is
development.
pasta more junk?
Pasta isn't more junk, but the plant-based meat that they're making.
Which one specifically?
Vegetarische slager.
Yeah.
Vegetarische slager. That's a good one. I've looked at that one before.
And which ingredient specifically in it is
E numbers 320 to 330, which
Yeah.
are nitric oxides and nitrics.
and why is nitric oxide detrimental to health?
Nitric compounds. You're asking me that?
Yeah.
So they are usually under high processed foods, and they
Not nitrates, nitric.
nitric.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Language barrier, but that sort of stuff. Sticks of pompoen.
They're not detrimental to health. You know that, right?
No, they literally are. They
Show me.
produce kid.
Pull up your phone.
I'm not going to show you. We're just having a conversation here. But
You're making claims. You're making empirical claims. Then,
although
do you
I
have
literally
empirical
read those out of
evidence?
my medical book, so I kind of have to believe those.
So your medical books tell you about nutritional information?
Yes,
Okay. What do they say about E500?
E500.
Yeah,
I
nitrates.
wouldn't know that one out of my head.
No. Do you eat bacon?
Oh wait, no, we're talking about the same compounds, I think, but or I'm not sure.
Yeah, nitrates.
Nitrates, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's more groups, but there's multiple groups that cause that sort of stuff. And
Yeah.
that's what if I ever
Not
see an
really.
E number,
Nitrates are specifically bad.
Mhm.
They cause colon cancer.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I know about those too. So
Yeah.
usually, if they,
Red meat also causes colon cancer, doesn't it?
I believe it does, yeah.
Yeah. What else? So not good for your health, but you're still gonna continue doing it, and you're still gonna blame and say that plant-based meats are somehow worse for you.
I'd rather be here for a fun time than a long time. That's it.
Okay. So you will acknowledge it's not healthy. Is it moral to do so?
It is still healthy. Like
It's
there's
it's less
again,
healthy.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that would disagree on you with that. And
I don't care what people disagree with me on. You better bring evidence to the table if you're going to disagree with me. That's all
Very
I'm
true.
saying.
No, you're right.
So let's put it, do you think it's at least ethical, the fact that you do this to animals for pleasure?
That's a good one. Definitely, probably not. It's not ethical to eat animals, and like generally it's wrong to farm them in a way. But again, it's just, to me, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I don't know what to tell you, man.
I gotta go soon, but it was very nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was a good conversation. I'll just give you this flyer. Maybe skim through this.
You know what? I think you're doing the right thing, and I'll maybe start eating a little less, just because. What's your name?
Chip.
Chip.
Respect animals,
Yep.
man. Not eat a little less. You wouldn't. A person who beats up their wife, you wouldn't say, "Well, you know what? I'm not gonna beat my wife today." I'm just gonna beat her on Sundays from now on.
Trying to
That's
do the
all.
next thing you're doing.
I know, man. I know, but like, it really is about their rights. You gotta understand that this isn't about what we want.
Welcome Museum Star. It's right over there on the right side.
Yeah.
See that building right there? You got over the top. The white and red. You have a great day. Again, fuck vegans. That's pretty funny. I can appreciate someone who puts effort in this. And even though I again, you can't change my mind, I do really appreciate what you're doing here. Because my
But
mind, you
never
can't
say
change,
never, man.
but you can change other people's minds.
Never say never, man. Never
That's
say never.
Very true.
No,
But
no, don't be a person who says their mind can never change. You know, how old are you? How old?
20.
20.
20.
When I was 22, I was on a carnivore diet. So, and I'm vegan now. So
Yeah,
you never
yeah,
know,
yeah.
man.
No.
You open your mind and you realize some fucked up things we do, and then
Yeah.
you just gotta ask yourself what kind of person you are. Because let's put it this way. Just FYI, if you were born during slavery times, would you have been a person who stood up to slavery, or would
No,
you just?
absolutely not. I would have participated.
Yeah, you would have
I would
participated.
have absolutely participated.
Yeah.
I know that about myself, and I don't blame myself for it.
You don't blame yourself for it, but don't you think it's something you should work on?
No.
No.
I don't.
No,
Because, because look around you. It's a beautiful world. I understand
it
it.
sounds like a position of privilege to me.
Okay, just don't go that route, dude.
But it is, right? Because you were born in a position where you were not enslaved. You would not be enslaved. You were born in a position where, because you're born human, you deserve to have rights. You were born in a Western country, so you have all the rights that you need as an individual. I'm sure you have had hardship. I'm not saying that because you already mentioned it. And I'm sorry you went through that. But you are still in a position of privilege because were you to be born in a different time, even with all those hardships, it would have been monumentally worse. And saying that, yeah, I would have been part of slavery, it's not something to be proud of, man. It's something you should work on.
I never said I was proud of it.
No, but you said you accept it.
I accept the fact that that is the time point that happened. There's still slavery today if you look at the Arab world. Let's be real.
Stand up to it. Stand up to it. I stand up
I don't
to
got
this.
the time,
Stand
man.
up
We're
to
just we're just one or two people having conversation on the street. Maybe,
get
who knows? If I turn into a good doctor at the UN, I could do some difference. But
I hope if you get to the UN that you respect animal rights, because we don't need people who are, I don't know, I wouldn't say bigoted because bigoted implies a human position.
I am.
But somebody,
You know I am. We both know I am.
I don't want to be mean to you, but yeah, it is a pretty bigoted
You can say whatever you want. That's what we're human for, right?
Yeah.
That's why we're in Amsterdam.
Yeah, but
you're allowed to disagree, and you're allowed to call someone an asshole to your face.
I don't want to call you. It's not my opinion. It's just bigoted by definition implies a position that is detrimental to humans, right? Like where you antagonistic towards a certain class of individuals that are human. But if we had a definition for that, of also for non-humans, it would be that. So, just saying, don't be that person, okay? I'll just give you a fist bump because I want to shake your hand. Have a good one.
I gotta let you hang, man.
You gotta let me hang. Then have a good one.